Is your dog gassy, vomiting, or always has bad breath? Well, if it's not something really serious, I think we can fix this naturally. So I'm going to give you 3 bonuses and 10 ways that you can clear this up naturally. And I'm going to give you the bonuses first. The first is to avoid kibble with preservatives or artificial dyes. The second is antibiotic overuse. Did you know that antibiotics can really mess with your gut flora? Same for humans. You could get C. diff colitis, and you won't like that at all. So always be careful how much you're taking and ask your doctor or veterinarian. If your dog is prone to vomiting overnight, give them a little bedtime snack to stop the acid overnight. Let's talk about the gut microbiome, what's going to work naturally, and how we can implement it easily in an inexpensive way so that your dog can feel better sooner. The first thing to try is probiotics. This will replenish healthy bacteria, and it can be very breed specific, so be careful what you decide to buy. Not only does it replenish the beneficial bacteria, it improves digestion, reduces bad breath, and inflammation. So look for canine specific strains and consider number 2, which is prebiotics, which really feeds that healthy bacteria for long-term success and a healthy microbiome. Natural sources would include dandelion greens. You can chop some up and mix them into their food, organic chicory root, or small amounts of cooked pumpkin or sweet potato. When you're doing the pumpkin, you can get a can, but don't really put too much in there because you might actually loosen their stool and give them some diarrhea. So just try a tablespoon, see how that goes, and then you can try some more if you think that it's a good idea. The third is digestive enzymes, because your dog might need a little help breaking down fats, carbs, and protein. And digestive enzymes are for people too. You can choose enzyme blends without artificial flavorings or fillers. Number 4 is slippery elm bark, because it soothes and coats the stomach lining. In doing so, it reduces acid, vomiting, and inflammation. All you need to do is mix 1/8 of a teaspoon of powder into their food and adjust that for their weight. Or you can brew it as a tea and put it on their food. But you don't want to do this long term without vet approval because it can interfere with nutrient absorption. Number 6 is adding some bone broth to their diet. And the best kind of bone broth is obviously the least sodium, but you can make it yourself. And I can tell you, eventually you're going to be able to find this on my channels or on my Instagram because it's so important. Bone broth can be really life-altering. It helps because it's gentle on the gut and it's full of amino acids like glycine that heal the intestinal lining. You can offer small, warm servings between meals or pour it right on their food. You need to avoid broths with onion, garlic, or preservatives. You know you're not supposed to give your dogs onion and garlic, and nobody really needs preservatives. We need to get away from that as much as possible. The next possibility is colostrum, and you need bovine-derived colostrum for your dogs. It helps because it supports immune modulation and may help repair the gut lining. It's best for dogs with suspected leaky gut, chronic vomiting, or food sensitivities. Number 7 is the food elimination diet, and this alone could find the culprit, the thing that's making your dog gassy or vomit. And all you need to do is eliminate it. You can identify inflammatory triggers, often chicken, beef, grains, or dairy. And the steps to doing this include switching to a limited ingredient like a novel protein like duck, rabbit, or venison, and avoiding all treats or flavored supplements for 6 to 8 weeks. You're going to reintroduce ingredients one by one if symptoms improve. And if they don't, you're gonna know who was the troublemaker and just eliminate it permanently. Number 8 is fermented foods. You can give them fermented goat's milk. And fermented foods have a certain way of healing the intestinal lining. You might also try unflavored kefir and make sure it's dog safe and raw if possible. Fermented veggies, like a little spoonful of sauerkraut juice, but not salty brine. It's a great source of live probiotics and enzymes. Number 9 is reduce stress and support the vagus nerve. It helps because gut health is linked to the nervous system. A calm dog is going to have healthier digestion. Tools to do so are really simple. Gentle daily walks, red light therapy to the belly area, calming music, massage and enrichment toys, and T-touch, which is therapeutic touch therapy, or dog acupressure. They sure love to be touched and petted, and you can also try dog acupressure. Now, number 10 is changing their water. You want to use filtered water. So many people give their dogs tap water, which can be really dangerous because it can be a little nasty because it can be full of chlorine or fluoride, and maybe your dog's gut really doesn't like that. So you want to get filtered water, spring water, and try to avoid those nasty plastic bottles. Nobody needs to drink out of a plastic bottle. I hate to tell you that, but it's true. So I just want to say, please leave your comments below, leave your questions, and also please subscribe to our channel. We love to bring you great information, and if you tell us what you want to hear, we'll get to it. I want to remind you that suffering is optional. They rely on us so much for their health and their well-being. And so please make sure that they don't suffer. Start this right away if you can. Start working your way through the list, and a scientific experiment always means that you try one thing at a time, see if it works, because if you try all 10 things at a time, you won't know which one worked, and then you'll be really confused. So I always say, life is what you make it. And for these little guys, life is what you make it for them. You're making their choices. Make great choices for your best friend. Right, Jewel?